As we make our way downtown on this week's edition of Downtown TV, we continue to move around and we find ourselves here with our friends at Collector's Pride Antiques and Collectibles, here with Rick Prentice today. And Rick, you've got another extremely unique item to show us. Very rare item we're looking at here. What is it?
Well, it's a 1905 Edison talking machine.
A talking machine. Now, what does that mean? We see kind of what it's doing, but that was the 1905 version of the CD player, I guess you could say.
Pretty much, yes.
and it came with this cabinet here. Let's take a look at what is in this big box. This is all a set, correct, Rick?
This cabinet came as the shipping cabinet, and they monogrammed it for whatever company. They put their letters on it, and then the cylinders are all come with it like that. And then that's what plays on the music.
So you've got a whole music library right here. The whole iTunes collection is right here in the box.
Yep.
Very, very cool. One of the many unique items you have here today. You're coming across some new things. You just got a new shipment of new stuff in recently.
Yeah, we've got a lot of vases and smalls in.
Let's go take a look at some of those smaller things.
Alrighty.
Well, we've made our way over here to one of the many curio cabinets here at Collector's Pride. Rick, I'll let you get in here and so we can look at some of these items. These are what you consider smalls. That's what you've been talking about to me out here all morning. What are smalls, and what would you consider smalls? Talk to us a little bit about some of those items here in the store.
Well, I just consider smalls as something that you can pack up in a box or carry. You know, we have some Bristol glass here. We have some Fostoria. We have some Fenton, and we just have absolutely a lot of different pieces throughout the store.
And what makes it an antique? We haven't really talked a lot about that. How old are antiques? What makes something an antique?
Well, now the classification is 25 years and older, but most of our pieces are from the mid-1800s and up to the early 1900s.
Well, and there are some great bargains here as well, and some very unique items. If you look at this case behind me here, several things that we have that we can show the folks. You've got a whole set that's China from China, which is that hence the name. That's where it came from, and that's the real deal. That's the real McCoy, isn't it?
Oh yeah, we have a real nice set there. We also have some Roseville pottery. We have Roseville pottery teacups, and we have some very nice Nippon pieces that have just come in.
And a lot of it comes in sets. You were telling me about one of the pieces over there, and you were calling that, it looks like an old-fashioned coffee pot. You were telling me it's a chocolate pot.
It's a chocolate pot.
What is a chocolate pot, and how did it get its name?
Well, it just back in the day, they drank a lot of hot chocolate. And so they would come and sit down and have your hot chocolate.
Well, it's definitely the right time of year for hot chocolate.
Yeah, it's getting that way.
And that's the old-fashioned way to drink it, the way to do things. We were talking about bargains earlier. The best way to buy things here, buy the set. You've got a great set of china here. If you bought it piece by piece somewhere else, it'd cost you a fortune, correct?
Well, it would, but a lot of people have some pieces, they broke them, and then they want to just get that piece replaced, and we have a lot of that. Well, but you can buy sets.
And speaking of broken china, or broken anything, let's talk a little bit about what we were talking about earlier off air. Why do these smaller things hold their value so well? How do they get so high up in value? How do they get so valuable?
Well, they're so fragile that they just don't survive. I mean, just think how many times you break a cup a year. Pieces from the 1800s don't last, and so it's just very hard to replace them.
And you've gotten a new collection in recently. There are new things here in the store. We talked about how often you get new things the last time I was here, but you are getting new things in this week, brand new things here in the store, correct?
Oh yeah, we just got in a really large load. We just bought out an antique store, and we had a private person that sold their estate to us.
What types of things will be coming in from that big buy?
Well, we have a lot of, there again, I call them smalls, but we ended up with a lot of Nippon. We ended up with some more music, Edison boxes, some furniture, and a lot of stained glass.
And Mr. Riggs, something we want to talk about before we move on to something else. Just because you're calling them smalls doesn't necessarily mean that they're smaller in value.
No, it doesn't.
And this is one of the other employees or one of the family members here at the store. This is Bandit.
That's Bandit.
Bandit always greets me, and he'll greet you when you come into the store as well. Just part of the great family atmosphere here at Collector's Pride. Some great collection of smalls. We've gotten to look at a lot of those. One more thing we want to see here today, Bandit's leading us off. Let's take a look at some of your paintings. You've actually got an art gallery.
Yeah, we started putting in an art gallery here.
Well, we're going to go take a look at that. Just a few seconds left to wrap things up here at Collector's Pride Antiques and Collectibles. We've looked at a lot of interesting things here today. We're in the art gallery right now. Rick, show us one of the more unique pieces that you might have. Lots of unique pieces here in the art gallery, but this is just one.
Well, this is a Bull Durham print, and it's it's quite popular, and it's very hard to find.
Very rare, very unique. One of the very many rare and unique things here at Collector's Pride. Rick, we got to get out of here, but before we go, your phone number, how do people get in touch with you, and of course your location?
572-1022, and it's 103 Strawberry Alley.
Great place, tons of unique items, things you've never seen before, right here at Collector's Pride Antiques and Collectibles. Come see Mr. Rick.